SmartVIEW is a powerful Windows 7 embedded standalone NVR solution. It offers you the abilities to managing IP cameras, seeing live views, and playing back the recordings in a fly. There are 5 different models of SmartVIEW NVR solution. By the differences of form factors, these 5 models can be divided into 3 categories. The 3 categories are Mini Tower, Raymond 3U, and Raymond 4U. Before discussing the 3 categories, let's talk about the naming rule of SmartVIEW first for your better understanding. Here is an example. The combination of first 3 characters indicates the product is NVR. The first character represents the product generation. 2 means SmartVIEW and 5 means Skywalk. The 5th character stands for the CPU type. 3 means Intel N10 and 5 means Intel i5. The combination of 6 and 7 characters represents the number of supported channels. 16 means 16 channels and 32 simply means 32 channels. The last character represents the type of form factor. T means mini tower. R means 3U server with single power supply. A means 3U server with redundant power supply. And D means 4U server with redundant power supply. After introducing the naming rule, it's about time to dig in the models of SmartVIEW NVR solution. Let's first talk about the Mini Tower solution. There are 2 models of Mini Tower solution. One is NVR2316-T and the other is NVR2532-T. Because these 2 models are very similar, we will use NVR2532-T for demonstration in the following video. After that, we will list the differences between these 2 models for your reference. They both have 4 bays for 3.5-inch SATA 2 hard drives, 6 USB ports, dual RJ45 gigabits network ports, and 200-watt single power. There are several differences between these 2 models. NVR2316-T supports up to 16 channels. It has Intel Core N10 D520 CPU and 2 GB DDR3 memory. NVR2532-T supports up to 32 channels. It applies Intel Core i5 2400 CPU and a 4 GB DDR3 memory. Next, let's talk about the models of Raymond 3U server. There are 2 models. One is NVR2532-R and the other is NVR2532-A. They are almost identical. They're both equipped with Intel Core i5 2400 CPU, 4 GB DDR3 memory, 16 bays for SATA 2 hard drives, 6 USB 2.0 ports, and dual RJ45 network ports. The only difference is power supply. NVR2532-R uses 510-watt single power supply. In contrast, NVR2532-A has 650-watt redundant power supply. Next, let's take a look at Raymond 4U solution. There is one model of Raymond 4U, which is NVR2532-D. NVR2532-D equipped with Intel Core i5 2400 CPU, 4 GB DDR3 memory, and supports up to 32 channels. It has 24 bays for SATA 2 hard drives, 6 USB 2.0 ports, dual RJ45 network ports, 875-watt redundant power supply. After introducing the models of SmartVIEW, it's time to talk about some features we just mentioned before. The first one is the feature of dual network ports. This feature can give you great flexibility. Imagine you have only one network port connected to a switch. If the port is down, it may lead to a big problem. Surprisingly, if you have dual network ports connected, even though one port is dead, the other port can take over immediately. Even more, you can separate these 2 ports into LAN and WAN. If you often need to manage SmartVIEW from WAN side, this is very handy. The second one is redundant power supply. Redundant power supply means more safety. When one power is down, the other can continue to offer power for system's operation. Also, you can connect these two power supplies to different power sources to reduce the chances of damage of unexpected power failure. SmartVIEW is a comprehensive NVR solution. With powerful servers and applications working together, we are confident SmartVIEW can fulfill your needs for IP surveillance,